Well, welcome back. What I want to talk about today is the spring house of the old farm place here. And I don't believe the spring house has ever had a door. I've made several doors. Uh, I'm looking one at the what we call the big basement of the house, but I started using scrap boards, that 5/4 decking boards, and I'm going to show you on the back of the truck here the boards, how I assemble these doors, and how I frame the doorways, everything else. And then I'm going to share some pictures with you of the well house door, of our basement door of our house, and then the basement door of the old farmhouse here too. Very simple to make, very sturdy. And then certainly on the back side you can put insulation, screw up insulation. As the boards dry, you'll have little cracks in them, and we've even filled in the cracks between the boards. But it makes for a good sturdy door that is going to last my lifetime. But anyway, hope it helps somebody out there. So stand by, let me get this camera turned back around the other direction, and then I'll show you what I use. Okay, on the back of the truck, we've got the 5/4 inch decking boards. That's 5.5 inches wide. Take that into consideration in making doors. I use these pipe clamps as I clamp the wood tight together as I screw it together. And our deck on the back of the house, there's some three, I guess Vicky said there's 3 boards that are bad on that, so we got plenty of this decking to fix that problem. And yes, right now it's through COVID-19. We're at home building, fixing, painting. Enough to do here on the farm that it's keeping us busy. But I will pause, get everything untied, take some measurements, go through that with you on what we need to do for framing up of the spring house, where I just did a previous video talking about the completion of the inside of it, and then finally taking and putting a door on this thing to make it more easily accessible. When I first met Vicky, we got here, and looking at the spring house, the top was rotten and falling in, but the top of the cinder blocks was all the higher the wall was. In other words, you had to duck down and crawl inside of the spring house to do any work on it. And I always thought it would be nice just to open a door and everything is within arm's reach. There's water on the inside and the outside. Of course, it's wearing your rubber boots anytime you had to fool with the spring house, but it's good to see the spring house coming back to life, and brings back a lot of history of this old farm place. But let's get started. These are 1 5/8 deck screws. So if you've not used a chalk line before, it becomes pretty handy. I took it from the inside of the door, pulled it tight, popped it. Now I can set this on the ground with the skill saw, cut that off, and be done with that. But running rafters, multi-purposes, but very handy. There's a door on the old farmhouse, and you can see that I reversed it, put the support trim on the inside but trimmed the outside because the door opens inward instead of outward. So that's one design. And here is the well house door, very much like the other design. And here's another door. Like I said, it was built out of the scrap boards of a swimming pool deck, but just repurpose that stuff and put it to work for you. Anyway, hope this helps somebody out there. Do-it-yourself projects are what happens around this farm. Anyway, thanks for watching.